Ow. Ow.
Hey! Hey, you! Are you too much of a wimp to work out? Are you a weakling? Built like a sponge? Well, now you too can have muscles.
Huh?
With anchor arms! They slip on like a glove. Just add air. How big do you want them?
Wow. Now that's a good idea.
What's up, everybody? This is Kane with My Dude Reviews, bringing you another full fact, no cap fitness review, and today's everybody's favorite day, Arm Day, baby. Continuing the journey of rating popular fitness routines and programs, we're looking at another Athlean-X program. Get bigger arms in 22 days, guaranteed. But before we get into any of that, if you're new to the channel, I would be unbelievably grateful if you were to hit that subscribe button to help me reach my first 100 subscribers on my journey to 1,000. Seriously, it would help me in more ways than you know, and would also help the YouTube algorithm recommend my content to others so I can grow my channel, so I can keep making this type of content for you guys. Since we've already established Athlean-X's reputation in the fitness industry in my last video, we can rightfully assume he knows what he's talking about when it comes to building bigger arms in only 22 days. Training any muscle group a certain way for only 22 days doesn't seem like enough time to start yielding results worth advertising. In fact, 22 days is roughly the amount of time it takes to even start seeing any kind of results. Maybe this is why he markets them as 22 days, because maybe it's something along the lines of 22 days, then you're going to start seeing results at that point. Either way, like in the last video, I mentioned how instead of 22 days, maybe bump it up to 60 or even 90 days to maximize results. However, unlike trying to get a six-pack in 22 days, you don't need to worry about being below a certain body fat percentage to see results of your hard work. We're just focused on getting bigger arms. So as long as you're consuming enough protein throughout the day, it's very likely you'll be seeing some kind of results from this. But what is the plan exactly? Let's break it down. Unlike a 22-day six-pack, there are different workouts for each day. Days 1, 3, and 5 are focused on the biceps. Days 2, 4, and 6 are focused on the triceps. And day 7 each week is your one rest day. I also apologize in advance as I didn't acquire much footage back in October when I completed this program, so I'll be using a lot of Jeff's footage. For our first exercise, we have the dumbbell incline wader curls. These proved to put a hard strain on my biceps when I first began these because of the incline motion puts the most tension at the very top of the motion rather than the middle, as well as the secondary goal of keeping the top of the dumbbell flat, as if you're a waiter bringing out a tray and you didn't want to spill. On day 1, week 1, we'll be doing these for 4 sets of 9 reps. On week 2, we'll be doing the same exercise, but we'll be adding in 3 pulses to each of our reps. A pulse, in the context of this program, is basically doing a fraction of a normal rep where the tension is at the highest in the rep range. For this exercise, the pulses will be done at the very top of the curl. On week 3, our final week, we'll be doing the same workout, but now with 6 pulses incorporated into each rep. I've done many workouts in my life that have incorporated half reps to really fatigue the muscle, but I've never done something with as little movement as these pulses, and I found them to be extremely effective with wearing the muscle group out. Moving on to our first tricep workout, we have bench dips. With your elbows behind you and at a full extension, we can hit all 3 heads of the tricep, being the long heads, the medial heads, and the lateral heads. Something important to know is hand placement. You want your hands facing away from your body to isolate these movements from your shoulders. We're gonna be doing a lot of reps and we don't need any bit of shoulders hopping in on this. We're gonna be doing these until failure, so these rep ranges will be very different for everyone so long as you're putting in the work. Don't be afraid to make ugly faces when you're doing these because they're only gonna be getting worse as the weeks go on. Second week, we'll be doing the same thing that we did with the biceps, adding 3 pulses at a fully contracted state. Week 3, same thing as the biceps, 6 pulses at each rep peak. If you're doing these pulses right, your max rep range you did in week 1 will be cut considerably. Just for reference, I started out week 1 doing roughly 30 to 40 reps each set before hitting failure. Week 2, with the 3 pulses incorporated, I was struggling just to hit 20 to 25 reps. In week 3, it was a battle just to get to 12 to 15 with those 6 pulses incorporated. Second group of bicep exercises is focused on widening the appearance of biceps from the front. It's technically not even a part of the biceps, but it's actually a completely separate muscle group underneath called the brachialis, which allows for wrist rotation. This exercise is called alternating cross-body hammer curls. It's like a pronated curl where you bring the dumbbell in and keep it close to your body throughout the curl. If you haven't trained your brachialis before, you should certainly feel some new muscle strain in your arms. We're doing these for 4 sets of 12. For the next week, we're going to be doing the same exercises, but with 5 extra pounds in each dumbbell. This is challenging because you should have been using a weight during week 1 that was difficult to complete 12 reps to begin with. So when you're going up in weight, if you need to, without dropping the weight, take a few seconds to rest and get the blood flowing again and just grind it out till you're done. For week 3, same thing, 5 more pounds. It's going to be very difficult, but just don't put the weight down until you're done your set. This exercise is really emphasizing on the medial head of the tricep, which activates when your arms are fully extended. Jeff gives you 2 different options here, but with, again, huge emphasis on fully extending your triceps with every single rep for whatever one you choose to really hit that medial head. Option number 1, tricep pushdown. When you do this, you're leaving your wrists relaxed so you can take the tension off your forearms so you can maximize the tricep workload. Same as the biceps previously, 4 sets of 12, increasing 5 pounds each week. Option number 2, thumbs up dumbbell bench press. Keeping your elbows tucked in, drive the dumbbells up, and as you approach the peak tricep contraction, point your thumbs down towards the ceiling to further lock out, stabilize, and contract those arms. 4 sets of 12, increase the weight by 5 pounds each week. Barbell cheat curls. These are surely going to get a lot of looks from people at the gym telling you to go down in weight, but you're not going to listen to them. These are aimed to be the most difficult exercise because we're leading up to our first weekly rest day. You want to pick a weight that would likely be too much for you to curl normally with a bar. With a little bit of cheating momentum, get that weight up and control its descent for 3 seconds. You're going to want to do this for 4 sets of 8 to failure. Week 2, same thing as before, only this time instead of a 3-second controlled negative, you're going to do a 4-second controlled negative. For week 3, 5 seconds, then 4, then 3, and then your last set, 3 seconds or failure. Final exercise of this program is the PJR pullover. This is normally done with a heavier dumbbell, so to accommodate this, Jeff gives you permission to activate some of those lats in order to help reset the weight in order to have more control with your biceps as you perform these controlled descent of the movements. 4 sets of 8, and your eccentric movement should be for 3 seconds on week 1, 4 seconds on week 2, and 5 seconds on week 3. All of these workouts are made to be done with any other training plan that you're currently doing. Jeff only says that if you're doing any bicep or tricep isolated exercises that you're in your current routine, you substitute them for these at the very end of whatever program that you're currently doing. All right, day 23 is here and my arms feel amazing. It's time for measurements, but taking measurements with a post-workout pump is dishonest. So I took my after images for the Athlean-X's 22-day abs challenge video, which if you haven't seen that already, I'd highly recommend checking that one out, and I'll leave a little link somewhere in the video as well as the description. Then midday, I got my measurements done for both arms. I went from having just under 15-inch arms at roughly 14 7/8 inches to having 15.5-inch arms. That is amazing growth for just 22 days while also eating a low-carb diet and trying to get abs simultaneously. If I wasn't so focused on watching my carb and fat intake and took additional supplements, I'm fairly certain I could have potentially gotten even more gains, maybe like 3/4 or maybe even a full inch of growth. I've always been the person who's taken significantly longer time to put on weight, so I'm willing to bet that as someone with better muscle building genetics, or even someone who hasn't trained their arms in a while, would probably gain upwards to an inch or maybe even more in their arm circumference. Overall, I had really low expectations coming into this program, but I left very, very satisfied with this. Not completely blown away, but highly satisfied with the results. And I'm curious to see what results could be achieved in like 60 or 90 days. Like, how sustainable is this growth? How sustainable are these gains over a 60 to 90 day period? Like, I'm curious to know that. Maybe that's a future video I can make. I don't know. Like, if that's something you guys be interested to see or like get a clarification on, let me know in the comments section below. Athlean-X's Get Bigger Arms in 22 Days Guaranteed gets an MDR approval rating of 8.5 out of 10. If you like this video and you want to see more fitness challenges or want to see a specific program reviewed, please let me know in the comment section below. I've got more projects on the horizon that I'm currently filming and recording my results for, as well as other things like reviewing popular TV shows out right now, making meme montages, as well as streaming games I've never played before on Twitch. So I like this channel to have something for everyone. This challenge was a lot of fun and definitely put my arms to the ringer, and I wasn't expecting inches of growth from something that's only a few weeks long, so I had that expectation going into it. However, what I experienced 1 month later in only 30 days absolutely blew my mind and changed my entire outlook on muscle building forever. Get ready for the PPL.